Yo ada former science so atnas biona in sema ekoso eni nia etwebum ewo Ghana eno ena snowy maja akunya nyese mini nyina ebro na yes congratulations to Ghana finally Ghana yes aka enti omosio congratulations Ghana after all the ulabalus the back and forth and all that yes to me aka IMF loan na in fact 50 time yeti news ni se Ghana yebenya IMF sikano any de get na Ghana fo bi sha se ka so although omoka because enye ne eno sha se ka che Ghana fo se yensa ebe kan loan but ase nia airport loan yensa enye de entimi enkan na sisi ana omede information about to do na se ati news no say yensa ebe kan loan na eni de ye twen so omede be maye a lot of people doubted say enya de loan no omede be ba finally no eyo omo say Ghana sisi ampo enya say ati say ni so omede be maye there is a difference between omede be maye and omede amaye omo say omede be maye first tranche of $600 million and no for my although Ghana we will celebrate but yenje sa sika but see anu die $600 million no yaje now it is in our account it is in Ghana's account yaje $600 million yaje enti enya say omo ka so be ma you but see anu omo kan finally no it has hit our account it and for yenhwe send ya ho insem no so e omo say first $600 million from IMF loan hit Bank of Ghana's account is we improve no she said information minister Kojo Nkrumah has confirmed that the government has received the first tranche of $600 million out of the $3 billion loan facility from the International Monetary Fund. To Kojo Nkrumah and Abuama saying same way he's confirming because he's an information minister. This was confirmed by the minister according to a City Newsroom.com report. And so I think that's the confirmation I have. And so no, I say it has been confirmed to him. Say this amount of money, finally it has hit Bank of Ghana. So I say during a joint press conference between the government of Ghana and the officials of the IMF, the finance minister outlined the tranches in which the money will be dispersed. He said there is a $600 million release and we will be working with the IMF to see if we can get it by tomorrow, and then we will move on to the next 6 months, which will be another $600 million, and then we move on to about 5 different tranches every 6 months in the periods ahead. So no, and I at the same press conference, the minister stated that Ghana is not in a rush to go to the international market, capital market. Of course, for some time now, Ghana wasn't going to international market because of loans. Any car, so we're back from going to the international market. And following this news from IMF, say finally yes, I loan, and I just say Ghana from Ghana say international market but according to information minister Kojo Nkrumah say Ghana is not in a rush at all to go to international market. We are slowing down. We are taking things pace by pace. Say now international market boom will go there. Ghana has been shut out of the international market after its debt levels reached unsustainable levels. It had to embark on a debt restructuring program for both domestic and then external debt. In addition, to the revenue measures that we saw in the budget that are improving at GRA, and that will give us the resource to move forward. Curtailing and managing our expenditures are going to be important. There is no rush in going back to the international capital market. Our expectation is that in managing our expenditure and then increasing our revenue, we will have the resource to do it. And I'll say working towards the capital markets is important because we want to get our ratings up and then make the country more attractive for investors, especially FDI. So no one is rushing to the capital market at this juncture. And also see investors sees coming to Ghana. Now investors and back Ghana any the because of you must see can do unsustainable levels and also na chances almost investors can come in to Ghana any near way and in Zambia. Honorable Kojo Okoye Nkrumah, Information Minister, Eddie Brain. And for good news to Ghana, kudos to the president and our team now. Leading Ghana to IMF. Finally, we've been able to secure this funder and in pieces to help Ghana. Na a bumpire say, abandoned me, Eddie Sikano, I had the Ecoation, ye who else I am came, I was in cemetery for yes, I am called in Semple for Nigo. He said, $3 billion bailout. So we will spend within limit to meet IMF deficit requirements. Enim Adam and I in same way a 2 gram. Until the government will spend within limit to ensure it does not affront the deficit conditionalities of the International Monetary Fund. Minister of State at the Ministry of Finance, Dr. Mohammed Enim Adam, and Edison Zemwe to Ghana is to receive the first tranche of 600 million from the fund, with the remainder of the total 3 billion bailout to be spread within the next few years. Into Dr. Enim Adam said the government has put measures in place to ensure fiscal discipline. So they are very vigilant on this IMF flow now. So this minister has also, the minister has already set up a budget implementation standing committee which I chair. Okay, and that is supposed to ensure that whatever we spend on this approved and whatever we spend on goes through a very rigorous process of approval, so that we can keep our spending within our budget, so that we will not spend much money at the end. Like I said, if we will have any spending beyond the budget, we will increase our deficit levels, then we may not be able to meet the IMF requirements of a deficit. Just we are supposed to record about 1.5% of primary balance, and to be able to do that will require very significant fiscal discipline. Dr. Enim Adam and I Edison same way today. So we are then sensitizing every sector of government, including SOEs, and this is the reason why they all now are brought under the GIFMS, including the statutory funds, and they are all brought through the governments in order to give us visibility and also to ensure that we control the spending by every government of Ghana. And Mr. Enim Adam and so Edin no I atuja for ubet me up comment section with your comments no Edi amame na meje bre na makenkan Edi amob refe aha guarantee Nancy Siade makramo.